And what is going on, everybody? My name is Travis, and welcome to SF Bay Area Sports Talk, and welcome to another 49ers post-game fan hangout. We are here to break down this one and just a absolutely crushing defeat today, just devastating when you consider that this was a must-win game. We had to win this game to keep our playoff hopes alive, and I really liked our chances coming into this game. We knew it was going to be a tough game going up against Washington, who has been playing a lot better of late, but I really felt like we had this in the bag, and we did not play very well at all in this one. I mean, the defense, give them some credit. They made some stops in this game. They kept us in the game, but really, what it came down to was just, our inability to take care of the football. This is something that has plagued us all season. When you look at the wins and losses this year, the turnover ratio, plus or minus, is just absolutely insane. I mean, in losses, we are turning the ball over way too many times. And again, today we saw it again. And unfortunately from Mullins, I would have expected him to play much better. He's been, this is his sixth start this year, or he's been consistently playing. And, for him to struggle out there the way he did and sometimes makes very poor throws, and, you just shake your head. And there was the one play we had a strip fumble. Chase Young, he dominated us all game today. And, I saw an interesting stat line. They were comparing Nick Bosa's rookie year to Chase Young's rookie year. And I'm talking Bosa, completely was doubling where Chase Young was. Coming into today, Young had 4.5 sacks, and Bosa had about 9 sacks up to this point in his rookie season. But I mean, the way Chase Young, we could not stop him today. And, the offensive line, I think it shows that the offensive line just keeps on struggling. And so again, welcome in everyone to the show. Going to get to some comments here, but just want to keep, just while I got it right now, what I'm thinking, just laid it all out for you guys. Cause I did not see this at all happening. When I say that, I mean, I really believe that this team was going to find a way to, again, go on a nice win streak here. I thought we could win this game, win the Dallas game. It would set us up to have Garoppolo and Kittle coming back to possibly win out and be 9-7. That was what I was hoping and really believed that we could do. And now that, we are faced with reality, it's tough because going into this year, we all believe that we could get back to the Super Bowl, that we could win a Super Bowl. And I don't think any of us thought we would miss the playoffs. But of course, that is barring the fact that if we had been healthy this year, and, those things you can't control sometimes. And, this 49ers team all year, we have never made any excuses with all the injuries. We had the most injuries in all of football this year. And I love the character and heart that this team has shown all season. I mean, so many times this year, they could have gave up the season. They could have threw in the towel and been like, it's just not our year. And, but, they came back, they fought through so much this year, and we won some games. I mean, to sweep the Rams, those 2 games, a lot of people did not think we could win those games. And, so to go out and get those wins, to be in, the Seattle game, to be in the Saints game, even the Packer game, could have been a whole lot different if, obviously, again, whole season, the whole injuries just really plagued us. So going to get into some comments. Welcome in Matthew Navarro to the house. Mullins was horrible. Yeah, he just was. I do not know what was going on out there. And I mean, I'm glad he came back a little bit there towards the end. We needed that drive. We got a touchdown, got it within 8, and we had 2 opportunities on offense at the end of this game to potentially put together a nice drive to at least get a touchdown and then try to get a 2-point conversion to tie it up. And, we just could not execute there. The fourth and I think it was 4th and 2 on the first drive, or 4th and 1. Then we ended up punting it. And then we had the 4th and 12. Just tough out there. We got Ju Garcia in the house. I feel Niner fans from a Seahawks fan. thank you so much for that. And I am just, yeah, I am almost at a loss for words, because having to face reality that we're not going to the playoffs. But I'm more confident than ever that this Niners team is going to be right back in competing to get to the Super Bowl next year and winning it. We got your boy Chance in the house. Welcome into the show. Again, I apologize if I don't get to everyone's comments. I'm going to try to get to everyone's to the best I can. Welcome in, Hero Austin, to the show. It's been like this even since head coach Jim Harbaugh left the 49ers in 2014. Every season, 49ers just continue to have losing seasons. And it's tough because a lot of some of these seasons, it's been out of our control. For example, as we know, 2 years ago when Jimmy G got hurt in the second game of the season, we ended up finishing 4-12 in 2018. That was out of our control, the injuries. And this year, another season that, again, we had high expectations. You knew that this 49ers team could make a deep playoff push in the NFC this year, and now have this season be another, season that we're going to have to say it wasn't our year again. And I mean, yeah, it's just tough. I mean, you look at the playoff losses we've had. I mean, we've come so close to tasting that Lombardi trophy. And, for someone like me that, again, I was born in 1995. So, a lucky year, because that was when the 49ers won the Super Bowl. But, I didn't obviously get to see those 5 Super Bowls, like watching all the games and everything. So for someone like me that's younger, I've really been through with what we've been through: 2 Super Bowl losses, 2 NFC Championship game losses. And I was at the game against the New York Giants, the Kyle Williams fumble. I was just a junior in high school. I remember so many of my friends, when I went back to school, they were like, "Oh, what happened, man?" And, it was tough. But, we're going to bounce back. That's the thing, no matter what. So we're got to finish this season strong. So, we're all going to let it out here and just, we got to keep the faith as always. Even since, continue. Was tired of the camera guy. Yeah, I'm with you, Matthew. They kept hyping him up. I'm like, look, the dude is a great player, but the amount of times that they were saying, and I mean, our offensive line has struggled this year. So Chase Young, he just really, just did a number to us. And Alex Smith got his wish, and that was beating us. And yeah, that's probably the only person I'm happy for with this outcome today is Alex Smith and his comeback story. And I believe he unfortunately strained his calf today. So, my thoughts and prayers on a speedy recovery for Alex Smith. And I mean, what an incredible story to see everything that he has overcome. I mean, that gruesome injury. And if you haven't had a chance to see the documentary and to see what Alex Smith had to go through, it's just insane. I mean, and for him to do that and to still be playing football after going through all that is just incredible. And, so today, it's tough that we had to lose to him today, and to end our season like this, it just feels really bittersweet. We got Tyler Burbeck in the house. Welcome into the show. Really starting to get annoyed of Mullins. Hoping he gets traded for draft picks to better improve this 49ers team. And yeah, I mean, to be fair, we have to be honest with ourselves now. I mean, we've seen a good amount of Mullins now, maybe about 10 to 13 starts now. If you take the 7 starts this year and about 5 starts 2 years ago, we've seen him have his opportunity. And, I was hoping that with each game, he would get better with his, reading the field and reading, just being able to be a better game manager, improve his game management plays. And, Mullins has just not really been able to, play to what we would have liked him to. And, I don't know what is going to end up happening with him. Will he become eventually in the league a starting quarterback? Who knows? That's going to be up to him to prove it to all of us that he can be that guy. But right now, he's not doing it. And right now, you wonder, are the 49ers going to maybe, who knows, go to CJ Beathard for the last few games? I'm not sure, but we will have to wait and see what's going to happen. And it's my thoughts. Absolutely. Fred Warner having to leave the game due to a head injury. So, man, my thoughts and prayers are with Fred Warner, and that it's nothing serious. And, as soon as he was out of the game, I mean, you saw the field was just getting opened up, and Washington was just driving down the field on us really well. I mean, Fred Warner, the impact that he makes on the football field, he's the best linebacker in football. He's got such an incredible IQ out there. He's the leader on that defense. He can help read plays at the line of scrimmage. I mean, there's so many things that he does out there, and he's an absolute beast. And, to have him leave, that was just tough. And also Deebo Samuel today left on after the first play of the game. And with Samuel, it is a hamstring injury. So hopefully, again, nothing too serious. So we're going to have to wait and see. What a shame. We expected to go 11-5 or 12-4 this season. And I'm with you. It's so tough. And I had us going 14-2, coming into the year. We had all the talent. We had so much. We had young talent as well. We had guys just, in the off season, really putting in the work in the weight room, running routes, getting, the necessary reps to be prepared, and to have it, go the way it went this year. It's just tough out there. Welcome in Awesomeness Sports into the house. Let's football. So we got a Washington football fan. Congrats on the win today. You guys earned it, and you've been playing some really solid football. And, with Alex Smith, I'm really excited for you guys. And so go out, best of luck to win that NFC East. Now you're up to 6-7. And that's tremendous. So we got, let's see. Don't know if I'm not sure exactly if anyone does have word, if any reports come out during the show of any injury reports, be sure to let us know here. You're welcome, man. Absolutely. Appreciate the support, checking in here, and welcome in everyone. Of course, we're breaking down this game, and this season, I love the way that this team continued to fight, and no matter what, to be all the way through week 14 of the season, essentially down to the last 4 games or so. That I give ourselves a lot of credit, and obviously it's not going to feel very good when we're not in the playoffs and we're not playing those games in wild card weekend and then divisional weekend and all of that. I mean, there's nothing more exciting than when you get weekends as a football fan, and then you have your favorite team playing as well in the playoffs. And so, we're going to have to be patient and, get back to work next season. And I know we're going to be more hungry than ever, again, with all the adversity. So, we just got to keep our hopes up, all about finishing this season strong. These last 3 games, I mean, if we can go in and beat Arizona and beat Seattle, that would be a fantastic way to finish the year, and then, give us that momentum and confidence to head into next season. The reports are saying it's a neck injury. So hopefully it's not too serious, and we'll see him back out there next Sunday against the Dallas Cowboys. That's going to be a fun rivalry matchup. MetLife Stadium struck again. I swear the turf is ruining teams like the 49ers and Giants. Today, I believe it is real grass at State Farm, but with so many games being played on State Farm Stadium now, you have to wonder. The grass has been taking a beating. It looked like guys were making divots very easily, but I don't know how much of it, that affected injuries today. But we saw a lot of injuries today, and just I just hate to see that. And this whole year has just been so tough. in the off season, you put in all of this work to prepare your body so that, when you're faced in these situations on the football field, your body can withstand the impacts and still be able to stay healthy and, be able to play still. And, it's just been a lot of tough breaks that have gone against us, unfortunately, this year. No matter what people say about the Niners or any football team, they did their best they could do. Maybe the Jets kind of, yeah. So that's I love this comparison here, yo boy. Chance, when you're looking at the Jets, they look like a team that just gave up. You look at the game last week. The last play they lost, and it was pretty much essentially, it was like a Hail Mary pass, and they let it go. So it almost looked like the Jets were trying to lose and, go 0-16 or something. But this 49ers team never gave up. And, they could have been a team to only win 4 games or even 3 games this year. And, for us to have won 5 games and we can still win, 6 or 7, I give us a lot of credit. And, that's what you love. You love a team that is close knit together, has a bond, loves playing hard for each other. And, that's what's exciting, that we'll be able to come back and see what we can do with this group next season, and all about just getting healthy, get everyone coming back stronger than ever. And so that's what we got to do. And Bourne, you're right. A couple passes today from Kendrick Bourne. He did make some plays on the day. So, but yeah, just a lot of missed opportunities today. Guys unable to pull in catches. And then, the offensive line, again, they just unfortunately, we have to keep. I hate having to sound like a broken record this season, but the offensive line has just struggled, and we have to clean. And we can't keep allowing opposing defenses to put all this pressure on our quarterback, and then it lead to all of these. We get in 3rd and long situations, we get sacks, we're in 2nd and 18. And, just tough situation. Let me hydrate for a sec real quick. So, let's break down some of the stat lines for today. So, Nick Mullins, his final stat line, he completes 25 of 45 passes for 260 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And, Mullins, there was maybe only a couple of good drives today, and everything else, he really did not play very well, and just a horrible game today, and just tough for him to watch that out there. Again, I do like that, after he threw that 1 pick six to Chase Young, it opened up the game to a 16-point game. I do like the fact that Mullins did not give up. He fought back, drove us down the field, got us a touchdown. We got it within a 1-score game. And then again, we had 2 possessions, 2 opportunities at the end of the game. The first being we had about 4 minutes on the clock to drive down the field, and we ended up getting like a 3-and-out. Had to punt it on 4th and 1. And then our last possession, it came to a 4th and 12, and we just could not convert there. So, just a tough performance today. I suggest Kyle Shanahan should go draft a quarterback in the next draft. Even though Jimmy Garoppolo is good at play action, he isn't a good runner. And so, again, I respect all opinions here. And, for my opinion, again, a really awesome take here, Austin. And, for me, and what I'll say, I'm going to stand by what I've said in that. To me, I make Jimmy Garoppolo the quarterback for 2021. He is my starting quarterback. And again, I still believe in Jimmy Garoppolo. And in terms of drafting, I don't think we necessarily have to draft one next season. I think give Garoppolo 1 more year and see how he does next year as the starter, play all season. And then, again, evaluate how he does next year. And if he doesn't play well, doesn't have a good year, then I think maybe you go into the 2022 draft and potentially try and draft a quarterback. And so, that's what I would do. I feel like, it would be too soon to draft a QB in next year's draft, in my opinion, because, if we're going to ride with Jimmy G, I would want to be adding to this team, adding picks that are going to improve the team, not, selecting a QB. But again, but really awesome. Appreciate that take. Hero Austin, always love to hear your perspective and everyone's takes on the 49ers and all the football. We got Sebastian in the house saying, get ready for the off season. Yeah, we still got 3 more games, so we got to finish strong, and then we'll be looking ahead to getting ready for next year. We got Cooked Highlights in the house. Welcome in to the show. Been saying for weeks, McGlinchey sucks. Yeah, McGlinchey, it's been tough to watch out there. He has really struggled. And, with Mike McGlinchey, it's just been a rough year out there. He's been getting beat so many times from the line of scrimmage, and guys are just blowing past him. And, he's got to make some adjustments. And I don't know what happened with him, but, last year he got hurt. So, is he fully healthy this year? I'm not sure. But yeah, his rookie year, he did really well. Then when he got hurt last year, his performance started to, he did start not to play as well. So I think hopefully with him, it's just that maybe he's still feeling a bit dinged up from the injuries. So yeah, we just got to hope that he can turn it around, because what he's doing right now, it just is not cutting it at all. And this whole offensive line really has just been a huge disappointment. For most of the year, they have struggled. First Washington football team. And definitely, the whole name thing, that is, that's definitely something to understand and, educate yourself so you can know the changes that are being made and everything. Very, very important. We would give Jimmy one more chance if we do more with him around. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, Jimmy, run him out there as your starter next season. Try to draft maybe a cornerback in the draft, for a secondary, or maybe, so there's so many ways we can go in the draft. But in my opinion, I think you wait till 2022 to draft the QB. I think you give Jimmy one more year to see if he can just have an incredible season. And then, that way he can justify having him as a long-term solution. And, until he really struggles for a consistent period of time, I don't think you give up on him yet. And so, rebuild the offensive line. Yeah, absolutely. I think that is something we need to work on. Again, this year has just been really rough. And I do not know what type of coaching that they're doing, but it's got to improve from the offensive line coach, whether it's their technique out there or what they're doing, but it's not been working most of the season. And we have to, so we have to drop, why are the, I don't want to get too much into the whole, everything with the names thing, but really, what it comes down to with the names, again, some names have been controversial in terms of, what they have meant. And so to make sure that that is not the case, teams have started to, again, make some changes to their names. And that's been something that has gone on this year. Let's see. We got Will Federico in the house. Welcome in to the show. Good to see you here. And let's see, trying to get to some more comments. Let's talk about Patriots player offense. Somebody's really good and get your team. So let's see. Welcome. So okay, I see. So yeah, awesome there. Yo boy Chance, best of luck to your Patriots. Let's see. What do you think about the last drive? We had a big play, but McFloppy had a holding call. Man, just really tough. That was a tough break, with McGlinchey there. He ends up pulling the guy down, and it ends up becoming obviously the holding call, and it would have been a 22-yard reception from Brandon Ayuk, and it would have kept us alive on that drive. And I believe that was, of course, the final drive that when we got pushed back to 2nd and 18 or 2nd and 20, then it got difficult and we were in a 4th and 12 situation. So, yeah, I mean, with McGlinchey, it's just tough because you sometimes think, you react sometimes with an impulse, and instinctively he tried to make sure that he wouldn't get to Mullins and, cancels out the reception there. So just a really tough break on there. Let's see. We got Sam Vin. Apologize if I don't pronounce this right. Vengelo. I apologize there. Talking about Colin Kaepernick, man, I would love to see Colin Kaepernick come back in right now. And, if for a couple games, I would do it until Jimmy G could get back. But that I don't think Kaepernick will be coming to the 49ers as much as I would love to see it, at least in the short term till Garoppolo comes back. But, you wouldn't do something like that for a couple games. And with the season being done this year, definitely not, unfortunately won't happen. I mean, I really, really hope that Kaepernick gets an opportunity and an NFL team, signs him. Cause to me, I just think it's ridiculous that the NFL has essentially blackballed him all these years from the NFL. And you look at his skill set. I mean, he is such a talented QB and even now can still play at such a high level. And I feel like if you put him on almost any team, he's going to really produce. And man, he's such an explosive talent. Anyways, to continue breaking down this game, one of the best performances we had, Brandon Ayuk, the leading 49ers receiver. In this one, he had 10 receptions for 119 receiving yards, just absolutely phenomenal. The rookie continues to play at an incredibly high level. Such a fun player to watch. And I mean, we'll never forget his incredible leap over the defender against the Eagles this year. And he continues to be amazing. And he's part of the Super Mario Yak Brothers attack. When you got George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk out there, they are the best at yards after the catch. Just absolutely phenomenal. And let's see, talking about the huge play to Bourne on 3rd down, called back so we turned it over on downs because of it. Yep. So yeah, that was on that play. That's right. So I might have said Ayuk there on that. My bad. So I mixed up the names on that play there. But yeah, just a tough, that call. Yeah. And then we end up, again, pushes us back, puts us in a tough situation there. And we weren't able to stay alive on that drive. Let's see. I mean, again, I don't think it's a good idea for to do it, this year, obviously, because again, this season's kind of already out the window. And with us bringing Jimmy G back, at least that's what I think we should do. In my opinion, for next season, that would, of course, throw out the possibility of Kaepernick coming back. And yeah, I mean, so I'm hoping he gets an opportunity somewhere and hopefully soon in the next couple of years. And let's see, it was a big gain to, absolutely. And we were driving down the field and we had an opportunity, and that's all you can ask for at the end of the game. As bad as this game was, that at the end of this game we had 2 opportunities to go down the field, score a touchdown, and possibly have a try at a 2-point conversion. And so Kaepernick or Shanahan wouldn't want to work with a mobile QB. I think in my opinion, he would like to work with a mobile QB. I think Shanahan is good at, being able to fit guys in to the type of scheme that he wants to do, and guys can acclimate and adjust. I think what we're seeing in the game now is that being a QB is starting to become, a valuable asset to have, because, it can open up so many different plays in terms of, when you have a guy that is mobile and can run, he can keep a lot longer periods of time. And, usually if they have a really strong throwing arm, they can get off deep throws. So that's something you really like having. And should, a play call for a quarterback to stay in the pocket, they have the ability to make those throws in the pocket. So, yeah, I mean, it's something interesting that we've been seeing. You look at, obviously, right in our division, Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray. These are two mobile quarterbacks that have explosive. Murray has an explosive arm. And so, yeah, I mean, I think, but with, I think it's, there are different QBs that fit Shanahan's, system probably a bit better with everything we can do. Yeah, so Scrambler, yeah, Jimmy G, he can kind of move, but not as effectively. And that's something that I hope Jimmy G can improve more on is, getting a little bit more mobile, maybe trying to extend plays better. And I think also we can admit his deep throw needs to get much better. But, in terms of making the consistent throws and taking care of the football, I think that's something Jimmy Garoppolo does very well. And, with Mullins, since we've been watching Mullins for, the last 7-8 weeks or so now, I think, we probably kind of maybe take for granted Garoppolo's ability to take care of the football. Because when you have a guy like now with Mullins consistently turning the ball over, you can't keep doing those types of things. And, you've seen it. He does it in really bad situations that just really momentum game changers. Because these pick six or, plays when we're driving down into the red zone and we throw an interception. So, yeah, I mean, there is a lot that Jimmy Garoppolo can work on. Again, his deep ball, he can work on, getting better with his movement. But for the most part, he's been doing really well. And when he's been out there, he's 32-7 as a starter. So, yeah, I'm riding with Jimmy G. And, unless he has like enough sample size that of games that he plays poorly, then I would consider potentially. Again, I think you give him one more year and, evaluate the situation at the end of next season. So yeah, and wouldn't be surprised if they go another defensive tackle in this draft. Yeah, it could be that possibility, but I think with us having taken a lot, we've taken, we have Bosa, Solomon Thomas coming back. I think the secondary is probably more of a need. But, we'll see when we get closer to the draft what's going to be available and how we're going to play it. Mullins plays decent. Yeah, but the picks really kill it. And absolutely you're right. Because, Mullins, to be fair, he's shown some flashes this season of, looking like a really great quarterback. And, again, I really had faith that he can pull us together here. He could keep us afloat in the playoff race. Pick up some wins until Jimmy Garoppolo and Kittle could return. And so Mullins, it's just those really bonehead throws that he makes and, really deep coverages that he kind of just throws the ball. And, you've just seen these decimating interceptions and it's just been very tough. But yeah, so we'll see what's going to happen with Mullins. I don't know if we'll see him get another chance with us again, because, I think obviously we're right now, in my opinion, we're, looking at Jimmy Garoppolo first. And then if we move on from there, let's say hypothetically, I don't think Mullins would be a part of the solution moving forward. So, yeah, I don't know if he'll be returning. Let's see. Hero Austin, thank you for the update. Steelers 7, Bills nothing. So yeah, that's a tough one. I think we got to root for the Bills in that one, even though they just beat us. Because we can't stand the Steelers. So kind of a weird game. Both teams kind of, we don't like both teams in that matchup. So Colts. DeForest Buckner and real quick, I know I've said it a lot with him. My take on the trade with Buckner. Buckner, just an incredible leader and a phenomenal player. And, as tough as it was to lose a guy like that, I mean, ultimately what it came down to is, 49ers did not want to pay him the 18, 19 million per season. And especially because, we had to pay Kittle. We were obviously paying Garoppolo, and of course, if that contract plays all the way out through. And so, what it came down to was, okay, do you want to re-sign Kittle or do you want to re-sign Buckner? And so obviously Kittle was, you're going to go with Kittle. And, with us being able to draft Javon Kinlaw, that's where that made it, you trade Buckner. So that way you can get a guy like Kinlaw on a rookie level contract. Now, of course, Kinlaw is not going to be able to bring the same value that a Buckner brings, but Kinlaw is having an incredible rookie season, and I think he's just going to get better and better. And I really think he can blossom into just a fantastic player. So, in my opinion, I think Shanahan and John Lynch made the right decision to draft, Javon Kinlaw there. And let's see, we got Kevin in the house. Welcome in to the show. Good to see you here, and good to see everyone here hanging out, breaking down this game. I'm having such a fun time, despite, again, the fact we lost, but I'm just optimistic of what's to come with this 49ers team. And, we'll forget about this loss and we'll move on from this season and we'll finish this year strong. Need a veteran QB for a backup. Yeah, I think that's well said. You look at who we have, Mullins and Befford, guys that are very inexperienced, and who's you don't know. I mean, if we would have ran out a veteran, a decent type of quarterback, again, with all the weapons that this 49ers offense has, a quarterback that maybe doesn't make all of those mistakes that a Mullins makes. Because again, if you take out the mistakes that Mullins makes, he pretty much has been a really great quarterback. He has big games passing yard wise. Last game, he had 316 passing yards. Today, he had 260 passing yards. But again, it's the turnovers that really kill Mullins, and that's really hurt him. And really, that's been the game decider in these games. Really tough. Mullins, so, I'm hoping he can bounce back strong, and, we'll see. Watch the Western Michigan. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't watch as much college football as but I do enjoy. Stanford's my favorite team, and I do love watching the college football playoffs. So yeah, I'll have to check that out. Always awesome highlights. Next week, yeah. So next week's gonna be fun. We'll come in a rivalry game. It'll be a lot of fun to beat the Cowboys. And man, I just can't believe they flexed this out of Sunday Night Football. Now, with us being pretty much eliminated from the playoffs, I guess it makes sense then. But I forget who they ended up flexing in for Sunday Night Football. Yep, I'm right there with you, Tommy. I am Stanford all the way. So yeah, I take the rivalry serious. Stanford and Cal. Love that rivalry. Just awesome. And yeah, we got the Axe coming back to Stanford right where it belongs. I like when people talk about fast tight ends. I don't talk about Kittle as much. I think they talk about Kittle quite a bit now, but you're right. Still Kittle is an amazing, and right now I think with him having missed 5 games, you probably haven't heard his name as much, but I'm telling you, when he's back, he's going to be having those 150, 250 receiving yard games. The dude is incredible, and I'm telling you, when he can, probably next year, he'll have a career year and break his own record of receiving yards. He is just incredible, and so absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad we have him. And yeah, that was my latest 49ers jersey, the white one that you guys always see me wear. That is my George Kittle one. I got it back in January, so just awesome. Have you seen the excuse me, have I seen I haven't seen the latest update on it, so but yeah, I'm gonna have to look more into it. So yeah, continuing to break down this one, we're going to be wrapping up the post-game show here shortly. Let me get some hydration for a sec. So yeah, continuing, you look at the running game today with Mostert. He had 65 rushing yards on 14 carries, so 4.6 yards a carry. So yeah, pretty decent game for Mostert. Not obviously the biggest of games, but I felt like we broke through some nice runs. Jeff Wilson Jr. had 11 carries for 31 rushing yards. So they gave us some opportunities today. Can you react to the play on stream? I mean, I don't necessarily want to. I would do it, but it kind of makes it tough when I don't want to be like looking up for videos during a stream. But yeah, I apologize for that. But definitely gonna check it out. But yeah, so we were able to get somewhat of a running game going, and giving us a chance. But again, the turnovers, when we had the strip fumble or the, Mullins losing it and they recover it. And then obviously the pick six with, Curl, it was there, yeah, those obviously just killed us today. And I mean, our defense really stepped up. I felt like the defense, they made some stops. Okay, no problem. Cooked highlights. We'll see you. Thank you so much again. Always checking in. Have a fantastic rest of your night. And, so yeah, the defense today, they made some stops when they had to. And, they kept us in the game there at the end. And, I loved it, especially because when we got the touchdown and, we were able to, get it within a one possession game. We came right back on defense and, we were able to get the first play a sack and made it a 2nd and 18. And then from there, we were able to hold Washington and get the ball back, so get an opportunity to give us a chance to go down the field and try and tie this game up. But again, like we said, those two possessions at the end of the game for the 49ers weren't able to capitalize, just tough breaks. Thank you. Oh yeah, always thank you so much again. I appreciate everyone's comments, and I apologize if I didn't get to everyone's comments, but always appreciate everyone checking in. And you guys are the reason that I do these shows. I would not be doing them as much if it wasn't for all of your tremendous support, the amount of comments, and you guys engaging with the video, sharing the video, liking the video. It really means a lot to me, and it really makes me happy and helps out my channel big time. YouTube sees the engagement and recommends these videos out there. So you guys are the absolute best football family, and I really appreciate it a lot. Stay safe and healthy always, everyone. Thank you so much. Your boy Chance, take care and have a great night. And what are our biggest needs in the draft? Oh yeah, absolutely interesting question. Off the top of my head, I'm gonna, first, of course, the secondary. I think we need to draft a cornerback, phenomenal cornerback, and in terms of other positions of need, you could throw in maybe offensive line, but I don't necessarily think they should use a first round pick on offensive line. So I don't think they would go that route. And, so yeah, I mean, their QB, offensive line. And so, yeah, edge rusher. I think edge rusher, definitely, because with D Ford having missed a lot of time this season, we're going to need to draft a young talent that can come in and, continue to build on alongside Bosa and Solomon Thomas. Thank you so much again. Really appreciate it. Love being on this journey with all of you guys and girls out there. And yeah, the road to 2,000 subs is on the way. We are past the halfway point. We're at I think 1,567 subs. So man, I cannot thank you guys enough. And man, I'm just so incredibly thankful to be here hanging out with all of you guys. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of excitement when we get to the draft, kind of like how when we were drafting this year and we had our high expectations of getting back to the Super Bowl and winning a Super Bowl. So it's going to be fun, and we'll see what's all going to happen. Because as we know, the big question everyone's asking is, what is going to happen with Jimmy Garoppolo? And I think we'll know more, of course, after we see him play those last 2 games. And it's going to be a nice challenge for Jimmy Garoppolo to go up against Arizona, to go up against Seattle. And, so I cannot wait for that. And it's going to be fun. Huge fan of Jimmy G. Being honest, miss his presence on the field because I really think Kittle, Bosa motivate the team to play at a high level. And yeah, absolutely. Those are game changers out there and leaders from this team. And, when you're missing them, it makes it tough out there. And, but this team, yeah, there's so many guys that continue to play their hearts out and fight out there. And, but right there with you, when you're missing 3 guys like that, 3 leaders that, again, can help carry you and keep you grounded during a game. Because sometimes, it can be easy to lose your composure out there when a game is getting away from you. Again, that's why I liked Mullins coming back in this game after the pick 6. When we fell down 16, he came back and got a touchdown on that next drive. So you love to see players when they can bounce back. And so, yeah, Brandon Ayuk is even better than Deebo Samuel. Oh, man. And, yeah, I have to agree with you, Hero Austin. And, I mean, when you're looking at both of these guys, again, Deebo Samuel coming off the fantastic rookie year last year with 900 receiving yards and lit it up in the playoffs as well. But man, Ayuk this year, he's had a couple hundred receiving yard games. And I know Deebo had 133 receiving yards. But man, Ayuk right now, you see the athleticism and, you saw what he did at Arizona State. And so maybe even if it's a little bit better, Ayuk right now playing on just an incredibly high level. But man, I love watching these 2 guys out there. And when you got Kittle, again, the 3 Super Mario Yak brothers, no one in football has 3 guys that are that difficult to tackle, yards after the catch. Yeah, if he stays healthy, because I think with Deebo not having been able to, unfortunately, stay healthy this year, I think that's why Ayuk right now, I think we could put him maybe just a little bit above Samuel. Because, yeah, Samuel, he's been battling, injuries since before the season when he's battling a foot injury. So, yeah, praying that Samuel can get back to 100% as soon as possible and, finish the season strong. So not, let's see, going on, let's read some more. Just wanted to, okay. So yeah, I don't know what those comments are. But yeah, please, everyone, keep all comments respectful in the chat. So yeah, I think this is a good time. We're going to be finishing up the stream here. So you're looking at the defense. Dre Greenlaw had 6 tackles. He was the leading tackler in this game. You had Azeez Alshire with 4 tackles. You had Fred Warner with 4 tackles in the game. And again, hoping that injury is not anything serious. And the best linebacker in football will return hopefully next week. And then, yeah, so we're going to be wrapping up. And let's get to our picks of the game. And so for me, I am going to ride with Brandon Ayuk as my pick of the game. Another phenomenal performance. Again, 10 receptions and 119 receiving yards. Phenomenal athlete, and love watching this man play football. So such an incredible game out there. So he is my pick of the game. So let me know, everyone, your picks of the game tonight. And yeah, so we're going to be wrapping up. And so, yeah, thank you so much again, everyone. Really appreciate all your tremendous support. And if you're just checking in, we're wrapping up here. And if you want to watch from the beginning, definitely do so. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, definitely do so. Really appreciate it a lot. It really helps out. So thank you so much, everyone. Really appreciate all of you. And let's see, who do you think will make the biggest impact next season? Oh, I love this question. The biggest impact. Yeah, I'm gonna say Nick Bosa. I'm gonna go with Nick Bosa. I think he will make the biggest impact next year because I think he's gonna be on a mission. And, if we thought his rookie year was really good, I mean, just wait till he comes back. After this injury, man, he is going to be unstoppable next year. And, you see him doing very well in his rehab. So that's incredibly exciting and encouraging. So I'm saying Bosa is going to have a phenomenal season, 14, 15 sacks next season, just lighten up the stat sheet and really anchoring down the defense and helping us big time. So yeah, that is love this question, Hero Austin, and I think that is a fantastic way to end on the show tonight. So again, to summarize, 49ers, this was a really tough game to lose. You knew it was going to be tough going against Washington, but again, a lot of sloppiness. You could not take care of the football. Turnovers were the story in this one. Defense made some stops, and give credit, we fought back in this game. 49ers got within one score, down 8 points. And yeah, we had 2 possessions at the end and, just were not able to capitalize. And so, yeah, we will bounce back strong. This, again, I'm incredibly proud of the 49ers and everything that they have done this year with all the adversity that we have been through. So, I'm really proud of this group. So, yeah, let's finish the season strong. And we got the Cowboys next Sunday. So, again, thank you so much, everyone. Always love hanging out here at SF Barry Sports Talk. So, we'll see you all later. Have a fantastic night, everyone. Take care and go 49ers. Let's go Niners. Woo!